calling device, led Japan to win the World Cup. He is the most arrogant coach on the planet. Kneeling down and begging the public to buy tickets. He is also the most humble coach on the planet. He is also the most humble coach on the planet. A second ago, he made a big statement. If you play football, there is no physical contact. How can we win a game if there is no physical contact? The next second, the face changes. But I didn't say I wanted to hurt him. He was once as famous as Li Tai. He is also called the rookie coach of China and Japan, defying Japanese football tradition, but they managed to defeat Germany. Spain's talented and respected coach Hajime Moriyasu. Hajime 2018 World Cup in Russia. The Japanese team won the World Cup TIFO by playing Captain Tsubasa. In the end, they were eliminated by Belgium in 14 seconds in the knockout round. In order to avenge the defeat in Qatar 4 years later, in addition to the well-known using the 48-minute documentary, 14 Seconds in Rostov, summary and reflections on the match against Belgium, Japan Football Association, he also specially hired a criminal minister who has an inexplicable relationship with Qatar. Hajime Moriyasu. October 1993 Japan visits Doha, Qatar, challenging turbulent Iraq, but in the case that victory means qualification, Japan made a big mistake at the last minute among the players who were breached. The number 17 player who just jumped up to intercept the Iraqi cross, it's none other than Moriyasu. After the game, Japanese media said this is the Doha Tragedy of national football. Japan League chairman Kawabuchi Saburo said this on his return trip from tomorrow. We will all receive a lot of criticism together, but let's accept it and move on. But when the return flight arrived in Japan, walk out of the airport welcoming Moriyasu, Kazuo and others, it is the encouragement and support of the fans. This is a big problem for Japanese football, which has just started to move towards professionalism. It's a precious moment. It's a precious moment for Moriyasu, who witnessed the Doha Tragedy. The wealth brought by this moment is precious. After retiring to coach Sanfrecce Hiroshima, Moriyasu's emphasis on fans, it has shocked those around me. When he learned that the main stadium parking lot would be converted into a residential area, he said, if we lose 1,000 parking spaces, if we lose 1,000 parking spaces, we lose at least 2,000 spectators. So everyone wants to give them a reason to return to the court. So everyone wants to give them a reason to return to the court. Just go win. In order to understand the fans' attitude towards the club, he will go deep into the parking lot conditions, ticket fees, attendance and any other information about fans. After understanding everything, Moriyasu still feels it is not enough. You can even see that he, the head coach, hold up the microphone and bend down. I beg all the fans present, please be sure to buy a ticket package next season. In this habit, Moriyasu was also a natural choice. Filled circle continued to coach Japan. September 6, 2018 Due to the earthquake in Hokkaido, Japan's match against Chile cancelled. When I learned that the Japanese team's hotel had accommodated thousands of people, food and water are extremely scarce. When there is a massive power outage in the city, Moriyasu immediately found the hotel staff and said everyone is fine. I guess we shouldn't give any preferential treatment to the Japanese national team in any way. Treat fans like this, treat players. Moriyasu's attitude is equally sincere. He once said that he would coach Japan rather than correcting the players' shortcomings. He believes more the key is to be able to discover talent, the key is to be able to tap into talent. We need to work hard to create a happy and fulfilling environment for Japanese players. If you say sincerity is something that has been questioned many times by the Japanese media, one of the reasons why he can still hold the position of the and persist in not giving up the spirit perhaps it was Moriyasu who was able to go from being an incompetent person to the key to becoming a capable and famous coach. Moriyasu, who experienced the Doha Tragedy. The special documentaries produced by NHK have repeatedly emphasized if the whole team could have the spirit of never giving up until the end, then it is possible to defeat the opponent. But in fact, when he was young, Moriyasu, I am not a person who understands the spirit of never give up. He once said that his school did not have a football team. Decided to give up playing football. I was also bullied by my teammates because of jealousy. Leaving the football team without anyone's permission and openly skipping classes. But every time I say give up, Moriyasu's father came to him. Reawaken your son's competitive spirit through conversations between men. It is precisely because there is a deep and unique love from parents, the fans' selfless and tolerant support. Moriyasu Ichi World Cup in Qatar. Japan was selected into the death group with Spain and Germany. The Football Association openly does not look favorably upon his coaching prospects. Resolutely stand on the coach's seat. The courage to continue to implement the philosophy of never give up. November 24, 2022 is a witness to the Doha tragedy. Moriyasu returned to the city that had given him countless painful memories. But when Germany was leading 1-0 with only 17 minutes left in the game, Moriyasu did not give up. Instead, I continued to record everything that happened on the field. Then he waved his hand and removed Hiroki Sakai from the back line. Then there is 2-1 reverse against Germany.
From a Tanaka was wheeling away.
2 years have passed.
2年时间过去，
Moriyasu
森保
hasn't
一
stopped
还
yet,
是未停
continued
下
to
脚
lead
步，
Japan
继
to
续率领
advance
日本高
triumphantly
歌
and
猛
set
进，
harsh
并放
words.
出狠话
Japanese
说，
football
日本足球
will win the
将会
World
在
Cup in
2050年
2050.
豪取
No one
世界
knows
杯
if he。will
没有人知
succeed.
道他能否
But
成
maybe
功，但或许
Moriyasu
森保
never
一
cared
从来
about
也
the
不在
final
乎这
result.
最后的结
Just
果。
like he
就
was
像他
interviewed
在
by
接
the
受
Yomiuri
读卖新闻
Shimbun
社
how
采
can
访，
Japan
解答日
achieve
本
its
该
goal
如
of
何
winning
实
the
现
World Cup in
2050年夺得
2050?
世界杯说的那样
What is，
重要
important
的
is never the
从不是
result
结
but the
果，而
process
是
of
追逐
pursuit.
的过程。